we got some stories to get into. What's going on? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to Knotty Love Movement. It's your host, Knotty. Bring you the latest and trending topics. And boy, we got some stuff to get into, stuff I didn't have time to cover this morning. But child, Jennifer, you better run. You better become the runaway bride like there's no other. Okay? Because the man you about to marry is about to have you in a whole heap of bull swinky. Okay? Please like this video. Thumbs up the video, please. Help me get into the algorithm. Share the video. Leave comments and subscribe if you're not subscribed. These are the free ways to support the channel. And of course, donations are definitely appreciated. You know, this must be the theme for Toxic Couple Week, okay? Because it's a lot going on. So Jennifer Williams from Basketball Wives, her fiance, a warrant has been issued for his scamming behind. And then we're going to get into 90 Day Fiance. I know I watched the show. I watched the path of this couple, and that's why I'm only talking about it. And I always felt like she was very abusive and toxic, and I don't appreciate TLC tainting our minds with this toxic, vindictive, narcissistic animal, dirty bird called Angela Deem. We're going to get into a little bit of her background and how she's been treating Michael and what is the current status of what's going on, okay? Because they are trending everywhere. And can we just say justice for Michael? But at the end of the day, this is how I feel. Michael is a grown man, okay? His family warned him. His friends warned him about her. She's never respected him. She's always disrespected him. Always, okay? And he proceeded to marry her anyway. Hey, Ace of Spades. How you doing? How you doing? We about to get into the sauce. So please thumbs up the video. I'm just going to give YouTube a minute here to send out for some notification. Hey, Regina. Thank you for joining me. Toxic, toxic, toxic. Okay? And can I say, when the writing is on the wall, when the red flags are there, women, men, y'all need to pay attention to when there are signs of an unhealthy, toxic situation that's right in your face. Right in your face. Okay? Jennifer Williams need to run from the start for the hills, okay? If she married this man, he gonna have her in a whole heap of stuff. Shout out to Girl Is Legal. I like her commentary. Shout out to Make It Make Sense. This is where I learned some of my information from in regards to Jennifer Williams from Basketball Wives, her fiance. Now, on the show, you know, there was a scene with her and her fiance, and he's talking about his restitution and how he has to pay $250,000 so that he can be released, so that he can get off probation and be able to travel with her, okay? Girl Is That Legal debunked that because she's a lawyer and she has access to the records, and come to find out the restitution is only $12,500. But they have also uncovered a Ponzi scheme that he's involved with. We really don't know what he does for a career, right? He's also a convicted felon for DV. And he tried to mansplain those charges away, saying that he was in a toxic relationship and he was so innocent. But he barricaded this young lady into the home when she was trying to get away from his dangerous, toxic behavior. And ultimately she had to jump over a balcony. There was also witnesses. All right. She ended up in a wheelchair for 3 months behind her injuries from trying to get away from him. Jennifer, what are you doing? What are you doing? You are repeating the same pattern over and over again. First, it was not Eric Williams, okay? He made a baby. You found out he created a baby on you the day you got married and you walked down the aisle anyway. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. You that desperate for love? Then, let's not forget her relationship with Tim Norman from Sweetie Pies, who is now incarcerated and convicted for red rum for hire of his own nephew. And I believe if they didn't catch him, he would have tried to take his mama out too. Okay? Relationship number 2 failed. Okay? Then you were involved with another gentleman who scammed you out of a car. And now you're with this POS. Let's just call it what it is, okay? If the writing's not on the walls. And I remember a conversation between Jennifer, this, second season of Basketball Wives in Miami? When she sat Evelyn down before she got with Chad Ochocinco and got married, and she was giving her all sorts of warnings. That was the beginning of the fallout of their friendship, remember? Okay? Take your own advice, Jennifer. You up here posting 30 days to countdown. You sound ridiculous, okay? You're ridiculous. So his scam is being exposed all over the place. He's running a Ponzi scheme. Victims are coming forward. And is that legal? She is assisting the victims with getting justice. And Jennifer, if you're not careful, you're going to be caught up. You're going to be caught up. And you're going to pay a hefty price. Now, I happen to know one of Jennifer's cousins. Me and her used to be co-workers, okay? And she spilled the tea. You know, Jennifer became a millionaire off of Eric Williams, all right? But Jennifer always struck me as stuck up, snooty. Remember the whole food stamp comment she made towards Tammy? Talking about, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Girl, you're going to find out what it is if you walk down the aisle with this man. You're going to find out what being on the welfare line is all about. So shout out to Reality Chat. Okay. Jennifer just posted. This is 2 days ago. I'm getting excited. 30 days. 30 days to the marriage. To this con artist. Thank you, Ace of Spades. To this con artist. Let me see what y'all saying in the comments. And then we're going to get in to his now warrant that has been issued for his arrest. Okay, Juice right there with me. Look at Jennifer's past picking a guy. She always picks guys who are fishy. Yes, she does. Jennifer needs to sage her life. Absolutely. I'm just here to tell my women and men, never be this desperate for love. Never. Never be this desperate for love. All the red flags are there. It is right in her face. And she's ignoring all the signs, which is the mistake that a lot of women make. Okay? I've done it. I'm speaking from experience. Okay? But I've learned my lessons. I've learned my lessons. I've learned to create boundaries. I've learned to walk in my worth. I learned to value myself. And I know what I deserve. Okay? Because I'm a hard-working, good-looking woman. Okay? And any man will be lucky to have all of this greatness, all this chocolate. Okay? So shout out to Media Takeout. And I know Media Takeout is not the best source, but that girl is that legal. She pulled up the actual warrant on her channel. Go check out her channel. Has won big in her divorce. She was awarded $6 million in cash and several properties, including Beverly Hills Mansion and their Miami condominium. Yes. Yes, Juice. Thank you for the facts. But yet and still, she chooses to date these losers that are beneath her. Because she doesn't value herself. Yeah, that's what she was rewarded in the divorce from Eric. You have all this wealth you have acquired, and you keep dealing with these broke down bums. I'm telling you, that's some deep, like, that just goes to show, like, she still has a lot of work to do on herself. Okay, so let's get into this article. Media Breakout broke this about 2 hours ago. Okay, and that's exactly what. And I mean, let's not forget the danger she's in because he has a history of DV. All right, so arrest warrant issued for basketball wives Jennifer Williams' fiancés days before their wedding. Jennifer, cut it off now. You will move past this. You will get through this. You will get through this. This is not a good pick for you. So, Basketball Wives star Jennifer Williams, 48, is preparing for an over-the-top wedding to her new boyfriend, Christian Gold, 30 years old, but that may have to wait. So, Jennifer Williams and Christian Gold attend the My True Scam Story New York premiere on November 6, 2023 in New York. All right, so that's them in this picture here. Isn't it ironic? My True Scam Story. And he's a scammer. All right. Media Takeout confirmed that Georgia law enforcement issued a warrant for Christian's arrest this week. Authorities are asking that Jen's husband turn himself in and serve up to 2 years in prison. Right. Where's the prenup? Here's the tea. Jennifer and her fiance, Christian, are currently filming the new season of Basketball Wives, and the two were set to get married in just a few days at a beautiful overseas destination, which he doesn't even have permission to travel. The wedding was to be filmed for Basketball Wives. Here's the problem. Christian is currently on probation. He was convicted of DV against his ex-girlfriend nearly a decade ago. After spending some time in prison, Christian was released but placed on restricted probation. So after his release, Christian began working on an investment group, working as an investment guru, which he has no, hey Aaron, he has no qualifications, no licensing for or anything. And claims to have made millions of dollars trading stocks, real estate, and crypto for his investors. But his investment strategies is a bit unorthodox. And it has many suspecting that Christian may be engaging in some tricky shenanigans with people's money. Anyways, Christian and Jennifer met last year and fell in love. Their relationship has been a key storyline on the current season of Basketball Wives. And Media Takeout confirmed that the couple is planning to get married this summer in Europe. Now, to the arrest warrant. Under the terms of Christian's probation, he's required to notify his probation officer if and when he leaves the country. So, here is the actual warrant for arrest. Okay. So, everybody say warrant for arrest. Okay. Let's get into it. That's his name, Christian LaSalle Walden. So, to the sheriff of the above named county or other law enforcement officers of the state, under authority of Georgia Statewide Probation Act, you are hereby commended to take the body of, and that's his name. It says, Condition 6, do not leave the state of Georgia without permission from community supervisor officer. So, it says on July 18th of 2024, the defendant left the state of Georgia without permission. The defendant's fiancée has posts on her social media page that indicate her and the defendant have been to Switzerland, okay, on or about July 6th of 2024, in Italy on or about July 2nd of 2024. The defendant did not have permission to travel internationally. Girl, Jennifer, you done told on your old man, girl. Trying to have a social media couple situation. Trying to have a storyline for Basketball Wives. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Okay, so they have now, and it's notarized, okay, issued a bench warrant as of August. It was issued on August the 8th of 2024 and signed by Judge Nora Polk. Okay? So, and now his probation officer is claiming that Christian has been traveling abroad with Jennifer without permission, and he wants Christian locked up over it. So, media takeout Christian's probation officer claimed that he went on Jennifer's IG page and saw the couple on vacation this summer across Europe in violation of Christian's probation. And here are the posts. Beautiful girl, but just not smart. She is not smart when it comes to relationships. Okay? Okay? And there's Christian. Same outfit. Okay? Same outfit. Busted, buddy. Busted. Busted. Why wouldn't you get permission from your officer? You knew you was under restriction. Here's another post from Jennifer's profile. There's Christian. Without permission. Okay? Is it worth it? Okay, so the officer wrote, the defendant's fiance has posted on her social media page that indicate her and the defendant have been to Switzerland on or about July 6th and in Italy on July 2nd. And the defendant, we got into that. So the warrant requires Christian to immediately turn himself in to Georgia authorities and report immediately to prison to serve out the remainder of his probation, nearly 2 years, okay? Even if Christian is somehow able to avoid prison, there's no way that his probation officer will allow him to leave the country for his European wedding this summer. So it looks like Jennifer may have to put her wedding plans on hold. I say forget putting it on hold. Run for the hills, girl. Become the runaway bride. Y'all let me know what y'all think. She makes very, very poor choices when it comes to relationship. And I just find all of this ironic, especially how hard she was on Evelyn when it came to her getting with Chad Ochocinco, and how she talked about him in such a bad way publicly and things like that. She called him a media whore and things like that. Y'all remember the conversation? Isn't it the pot calling the kettle black? And do we really think this man is with Jennifer for love or fame? Y'all let me know in the comments. Let me see. Hey, Fez. Jennifer always been desperate. That's why I don't trust rich people. Right. I could not date anyone who DV'd anyone. Right. I don't care how long ago it was. Period. Where's your therapist? Hey, Erin. And Juice, you right. She better get a prenup if she's smart. At this point, I'm just thinking Jennifer is just not so bright. She's not so bright. So there you have it, Knotty Crew. Not only is he a scammer, and now he is a wanted man for violating his probation. And I'm sorry, with DV, I'm not saying people can't be reformed for that and learn lessons, but usually if that's in a man's nature, that's how he handles things. He has a lack of emotional intelligence and healthy what do you call it? Poor emotional management skills, okay? All right, cuz he basically kidnapped his ex. He refused to let her out. Like, if you block someone from leaving, they could hit you with a kidnapping charge. That would be a red flag to me. Because, she's only been dating him for like a year. All right, think about that one. I don't even think she's been dating him long enough to even be jumping the gun and getting married or whatever. But all his stuff is coming out the closet, just like Tim Norman. When she was with Tim Norman, they were in court for all type of DV. There was restraining orders and things like that in place. Like, Jennifer, when will you learn? When will you learn? And there's no growth. And I just think Jennifer needs some therapy. I think she's still caught up with the grief of losing her mom and things like that. She barely talks about, she only talks about her dad in regards to how much money he had, basically, and how she grew up privileged. All right, up next, speaking of toxic couples and talk about red flags, we're going to get into 90 Day Fiancé couple, Angela Deem and Michael. I forget his last name. Okay, let me tell you about this angry bird. And shout out to your wet socks. I love his commentary on her. I love his commentary, period. He's the one that gave her the name Angry Bird. And let me tell you, TLC, they are disrespectful for letting the world witness this toxic situation. I always felt like Angela treated Michael like he was a slave. And she throws around, I'm an American. I'm an American. You don't talk to me like that. I'm an American. Mind you, this woman has been thirsty for fame for years. She has been on shows like Maury with her other daughter, not her other daughter Scotty, right? Trying to find her kids' fathers. For DNA tests. She's also been on that show Rolanda back in the day. So she's been chasing fame for a minute. She's been wanting to be on TV or whatever. And mind you, you know how she always talk about the grandkids? That's Scotty and Skylar's kids, right? Angela had custody because Scotty was in jail because she is a convicted pedo, okay? Whew, she don't talk about that. But Angela is toxic. And one scene I remember when her mother, Angela's mother, was alive. She was on her deathbed. And Angela was talking to her about Michael. And the mother said, with oxygen around her nose and everything, Angela just gonna do what she want to do. Can't tell her nothing, right? And you could tell that the way her daughter interacts with her, Skylar. All right, we went over to tell all. Michael busted her. He hired a private investigator, and they did all type of, I think, lie detector tests and stuff like that to figure out if Michael was using her for the green card or if he was cheating, because she's constantly accusing Michael of cheating. He's not allowed to have female friends. He wasn't allowed to have social media or anything like that. He wasn't even allowed to work. All right, that's how insecure she was. And you know how they always say, the person that's always accusing someone else of cheating, you better watch what they doing. And Angela was philandering all around. She don't care. She could do whatever she want, but Michael can't. All right. So after the tell-all, and Angela was exposed, and of course she walked off in a huff. I hate these damn tell-all. She was hollering and screaming the whole tell-all. She was hollering and screaming the whole tell-all. Michael then got an order of protection put in place because she was defaming his name all over the internet. Okay, she even went as far as to say that she caught him looking up life insurance policies. Whatever, Angela. She's a liar. She's a narcissist. And she's in the words of Grape T, an unstable creature. Okay. Yes, that Angela lady, she need to be in jail. Okay. Well, the first part of this I want to get into. Oh, let me get my little speaker. A psychic medium is coming out and spilling the beans on her. Okay. Mind you, she was always accusing Michael of cheating. Okay. Let me see. Let's start off. So this psychic, she came out and exposed her. But her behavior is deplorable. What's her name? Warriors of the Light. That's the name of the medium psychic. I don't know. Whatever you want to call her. This is part 2. This is a snippet. Yo, she alleged that Angela on the booger sugar, okay, which I could believe because her behavior is unhinged. And you mix the booger sugar with alcohol, yeah, you got an atomic bomb, okay? Let's hear what she had to say. She posted this a few days ago.
Well, Sunday, February the 12th, 2023, the very next night after I hung out at the karaoke bar with Angela Deem, I ended up texting her around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, telling her that I really enjoyed hanging out with her the night before and that it was nice meeting her. So she ended up calling me not even a minute later, and she's like, oh, is this the psychic that I hung out with last night, Victoria? And I said, yes. And she's like, oh, I'm glad that you were able to call. I was looking for a number, but I never saved it. She says, do you mind picking me up and giving me a ride to go pick up my PayPal debit card from the strip bar that I left my card at? And she says, I'll give you gas money and we'll go out to eat afterwards. And I was like, okay, sure, no problem. So I ended up picking her up at Ramada Hotel off of JFK Boulevard. And she's in the same outfit from the night before. You can see, this is me and her in my car. She was in the same outfit from the night before, and I kind of just gave her this look because I had already showered and changed, right? And she's like, oh, don't mind me. She's like, I got all my stuff packed because I'm leaving tonight. She's, but, my friend and the bodyguard, they went back home to Georgia, and I need a ride to go get my debit card. So I was like, okay, fine. So she's taking me to the strip bar, and she's telling me this story about how all hell had broke loose and they got kicked out of this bar, but she didn't get a chance to get her debit card. So we're going to St. James, and I'm like, oh, they went to St. James Cabaret, right? I'm like, that's a really nice place. And I said, is this it? She says, no, just keep going. So I ended up going to the next place, which was the Houston Dolls Cabaret, and I was like, you look really ghetto. So she's like, do you want to come in and have a couple drinks, and I'll pay for you to have a lap dance? And I'm like, no. I'm driving and I don't like to drink and drive, I'd rather just be at home and drink, just kind of be on the safe side. I said, plus this is not my scene, you know what I mean? And she's like, oh, okay, well, I'll just go in there real quick and get my debit card. So she comes out like maybe 15 minutes later, and she's like, oh, where do you want to go eat at? And I said, well, you just tell me what you feel like. She's like, oh, I want to eat a steak. So I ended up taking her to the Texas Roadhouse off of 1960 and 45. And this is where we started having a conversation about her reading. So she starts asking me about Victor Ortiz again. And I just pretty much told her the same thing, that, yeah, he likes you, but I just don't see anything romantic. And she's like, okay, well, it's not like I would act on it or anything. And she starts telling me about Victor Ortiz again, and how she ended up having to use her debit card to try to buy him a flight home because he didn't have any money or some shit like that. And I was just like, Victor Ortiz is like literally a professional boxer. I don't think he needs her money to pay for a fucking ticket. So I just let her talk, right? Well, anyways, she starts telling me about her friend in Canada, or some guy that had cancer, that, she was like really in love with him, and, they're just friends, blah, 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 she's like, please don't tell anybody our conversation. She's like, I don't want this to get out. I am a married woman, blah, blah, blah. So she asked me to give her a reading. Okay, so I gave her some information. I told her that I saw fireworks, and I saw a lot of red and blue fireworks. And I told her, I want to say something about July. Maybe this is like 4th of July fireworks, but I saw her being on another series from 90 Day Fiancé with her and Michael. I told her there was going to be several more episodes, but for some reason I told her, I'm seeing more red fireworks, and I take that as a sign that she's going to be really fucking pissed. I said, I don't know what's going to happen, but you're going to be so livid and be even more angry than you've ever been before, and I don't see you and Michael together. And she's like, oh, does that mean that he's going to cheat on me? And I'm like, no, I don't feel cheating. I don't know why that's not picking up. And she's like, was he scamming me? And I said, I'm not picking up on scamming. I said, but I don't know why you're going to be really fucking mad at him. And she's like, oh, well, does that mean that he's not going to, come he's not going to get his green card, he's not going to come over here because it's just going to piss me off? And I said, no, he's going to come here to the U.S. I told her, in fact, it's going to happen this year. Of course, this is 2023. I told her, I feel like wintertime sometime. I feel cold. So I don't know, could be November, December, October, November, December sometime, but I do see him being here in the States. I said, but for some reason, I don't see you guys together. I said, but don't worry, you're going to still, I said, I don't see you on TLC anymore. I don't see y'all doing TV together. I kind of see you doing your own thing with TV. Maybe you're going to be hosting something on your own, or maybe you're just going to be on a show separately. But I told her, I see you doing a lot of TV stuff for some reason after Michael comes. And she's like, oh, no. She's like, I will never do any TV stuff without Michael, not without my husband, because I need him, to do the TV stuff. And she says, not only that, she says, I really need the money. And she says, my spending habits are outrageous, and I need to be doing TV, and I need him with me to be able to sustain my lifestyle, because I've got a lot of fucking bills, and I just need to be able to maintain income coming in. And I said, well, I don't know what to tell you, Angela. I said, because I don't see you and him together anymore. And I do see him here. And I do see a lot of shit where you're like really fucking pissed. And I told her, I just don't see you on TLC anymore. Like, you're going to be doing something else, but I see you doing a lot of TV. And she's like, what? And she's like, well, I hope it's not because Michael is cheating on me, because I got a reading from another psychic, and she told me he was cheating, he was scamming. I'm like, well, I don't see that. I said, but I can't vouch for what somebody else is telling you. I can only tell you what I see. And, it could be accurate, it could not be accurate, but I just tell you what I'm picking up on, And she's like, oh, that's fine, And then she starts talking to me again about Victor Ortiz. And she just wanted to pry even more. She saw me. She said, do you see me and him doing stuff together, or being together, or doing projects together? And I said, not really. Like, I don't see him being permanently in your life. I told her, you're gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. I said, but you gotta really something with your temper. Again, I told her, I kept seeing fireworks, but it was all red fireworks. And I said, fireworks to me, yeah, it does represent 4th of July, but in this case, it's like somebody blowing the fuck up, like an atomic bomb type going off. And I said, you're going to be really pissed. I said, I wish I could tell you more about what's going on or what's happening, but I know that it's going to be fucked up, is what I told her. So I ended up taking her back to her hotel room. Me and her were talking on the phone for like 2 weeks after that, until me and her had a falling out. The night of the event on Saturday, I did tell her that I was doing a radio TV show. It wasn't a radio TV show. It was like a radio show where they were featuring me in New York. It was like based in New York. And she was telling me, well, make sure it's not like a scamming place and they don't have to make you pay for anything. And I'm like, okay, no worries. So I ended up having that interview like later in the week, and I ended up calling her and telling her how it went. And I said, yeah, you're right. They wanted me to pay. Well, she started blowing up on me. She started getting mad at me, telling me, well, I hope you didn't mention me. And I said, why would I mention you? They had called me before I met you, before I even knew you. They were calling me about my gifts and my talent. And I told you I've been on TV and radio before. She didn't want to hear it. She was just going off the fucking handle. She was like, I don't like it when people try to like come up off me because I'm a celebrity and ride off my fucking coattails and this and that. And I'm like, bitch, I'm not riding off your coattails. I'm trying to tell you, I didn't talk about you because it was not about you. It was about me. I've been on TV and radio way before I even met you. This was even planned before I even met you. And we didn't even talk about you that day. She didn't care. She just kept talking shit to me, cursing me out, yelling at me. And I finally had to tell her, like, lady, nobody even knew who you were until you fucking married somebody from a different fucking country, you know? And I told her, I didn't even really know who you were. I've only seen you on 2 episodes. And I'm like, I'm telling you, I'm not trying to ride off your fucking coattails. Maybe this is what other people do, but I'm generally trying to be your fucking friend, okay? But she just kept on and kept on and kept on to the point where I was like, I had to hang up on her. I ended up blocking her. Now, during that time, you know, we did talk about her getting that thing. You see that thing on her lip? She was going to get it, like, a biopsy done, like, within 3 weeks after me and her had met because they wanted to see if it was cancer. She talked to me about her mom passing away and her having to take care of her. And these are things that I didn't know, okay? Yes, this is public information because it's already been divulged out there, but I didn't know any of this, okay? So I'm just telling you my story about her. Now, in my own fucking opinion, I just gotta say, and I'm just gonna go ahead and go to part 3 because I'm just talking about my opinion about her, okay?
Alright, so check out there's 3 parts to it, but I did that second part had the gist of everything I'm talking about with her, okay? Because she's a double standard. Like she inquired about not 1 but 2 men during that reading, okay? Now if Michael had did that, the earth would have exploded. Okay, let's just say that. All right. And, you know, from what she's saying, it sounds just like her personality. Angela is unhinged. All right. So Michael got the protective order put on, which I was happy he did that. Gag that hoe. That's right. I said a gag that hoe. And so then Angela returns with trying to annul the marriage. Seriously, she's disgusting. When she was flashing her boobs on that 1 year on the tell-all, disgust. Michael should have left her behind then. He shouldn't even came to the States. All right. So she filed for annulment, right? And Michael does not have his green card yet, so he is unable to work or earn money for himself or anything, right? So he launched a GoFundMe to raise money for his legal fees and to help with his defending himself against Angela. He's gonna need it. So he posted, and shout out to his on site for this source. Hi, I'm Michael Lasami. Excuse me, that's his last name, from TLC TV show 90 Day Fiancé. I've been put in a situation where I unfortunately have to ask for help. Due to the recent legal filings by Angela against me, I must seek legal advice, and I have obtained an attorney, but the fees are expensive. I have a legal battle to fight, and the fight will be expensive, and I'm asking my fans to help. Whatever you can give, I would deeply appreciate. I understand all of us are having hard times, and I hate to ask others for money support, but it seems like due to the legal actions brought against me, I have to ask. Thank you all, and God bless. This is my only GoFundMe page. All right. So Michael was asking to help him raise $25,000. Here's the GoFundMe page. All right. And he managed to raise $31,638. So good for him, right? All right. He's in a weird situation. He can't get a job because he's not documented yet and things like that. Well, Angela decided to respond, and she blew a socket. Let's just say that. Thumbs up the video, share, please. Okay? Let's get into her response.
Oh my God, did you see Michael Raven's goal? What is wrong with the United States of America? I am totally ashamed right now. Who gets a GoFundMe, makes $25,000 for legal fees when we got people out there that has to go see their sick kids, sick mom, or veterans out there that don't even get $25,000? Wake up, America. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. Cynthia, how are you, Oliver? Didn't Kills and Vince get you a GoFundMe? You didn't even save your house. Isn't she a good friend of yours? But she got Michael $25,000 raise. But Kills and Vince, thank you, because you forgot to tell Michael there's taxes on that, and also that's fun. Just crown of thought, guys. 25,000. Congratulations, Michael. You're gonna need it. Oh my God! Did you see Michael?
All right, so she's accusing him of committing fraud. She just does not want to see Michael win, but you don't really want Michael, so stop playing in his face. Soon as he got over here, you tried to treat him like a slave, and that's exactly what I feel like she was doing, having him cooking and cleaning and taking care of all those kids and things like that. And then he goes into y'all bedroom, and you are a complete hoarder. Crap everywhere. She just spending up money. And mind you, you heard the psychic medium say like she was using Michael for the show because she got more money. So how 90 Day Fiance works, they do pay the people that live overseas, but they pay it to the American. Right? So she's supposed to really divvy that money up. Michael need to sue her for back wages, everything. He need to sue her for that money because she got a ton of plastic surgery and she still look botched. Did y'all check the crooked face? She on something in that picture. She on something in that bathroom. I don't care what nobody say. She is not cute. She's not cute. She's an example of how plastic surgery goes wrong. I don't know what Michael ever saw in her. I don't think Michael was scamming. I think Angela was scamming the whole time. I mean, the person that accuses Michael, that accuses of cheating and scamming all the time, she's the biggest scammer. I think she's disgusting, and I don't think she needs to be on TV at this point. And like TLC is disgusting for exploiting them. Angela May is mad because the player got played. Right. See, for all them years, when he was in Africa, she was able to do what she wanted to do. That's why she angry. Boom, Juice. She knows she need Michael. That's why she angry. She need him to stay on the show. She need him to stay on the show. Well, I'm happy Michael was able to get the funds up because, like, what else could he do? So Michael posted to his story and stated, "Dear friends, family, and supporters, I'm overwhelmed with gratitude for your generosity and support through my GoFundMe campaign. Your contributions have brought..." Oh, shoot. Oh, I hate when it does that. Let me start it over. He's basically saying thank you. But she has suppressed this man for years. He says, "Your kindness and trust in me mean everything, and I'm humbled by your willingness to stand with me through." It just keeps flashing because it's the story. So go over to Michael's page. His page is MYKOL_01. But Michael's always, to me, been a humble guy. You know what I mean? And he never responded back to her anger. And that's why he ended up running away. She was very abusive towards him. Now, on the other hand, I do think Michael needs to be held accountable because he knew how she was from before he got over in the States. His friends and family warned him, was like, she does not respect you. You know? But I think Michael has an African queen in his future. You know? And she's going to be mad. The angry bird is going to be mad. But it looks like Michael is getting a team around him. I think Michael going to be okay. I think Michael is going to be okay. And I hope he learns from this. But Angela needs some deep-rooted, deep-seated therapy. Yes, please ring those bells. Okay, Juice believes he was scamming her. I mean, he a Trump supporter. He a Trump supporter, so... All right, so I just wanted to jump on here to bring you guys the updates about Jennifer Williams' fiance, Christian, has a warrant issued for his arrest. And Jennifer Williams helped her fiance get busted by being a social media whore. And his probation officer went on her page and found all the evidence they needed to show that he violated his probation and he left the country without permission. But Jennifer, you need to be the runaway bride and get away from that fool. You in danger, girl. Jennifer, you in danger. You in danger, okay? Angela is also giving me Miss Netta. Angela also gives me racist slave master. And I don't care that her grandkids are half black. I don't care. She's still racist. I'm an American. I'm an American. Well, you are a poor representation of what an American is, Angela. She's narcissistic. She's abusive. Like the list goes, like the amount of adjectives I could describe. You know, and she's a double standard. You know, she could do whatever she wants, but Michael has to be under lock and key, which is not right. It's not right. So, Knotty crew, let's leave it in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about Jennifer's situation. Do you think she'll still walk down the aisle? I'll keep my eyes out. I'll keep my eyes out for the update. I think she will be a fool to walk down the aisle. Hey, Marva. To walk down that aisle with that scammer and that DV perpetrator, okay? Jennifer, you got to do better, girl. We got to hold our sister accountable. Jennifer, you got to do better. And your choices are men. Seriously, there are millionaire matchmakers out there. Like, why don't you try using one of them services? First, start with therapy, though, to figure out why you make poor choices in men. Hey, Marvin, thank you. Thank you so much. All right, and then the toxic situation with Angela and Michael from 90 Day Fiancé. I mean, I hope it comes to an end, you know. But Michael exposed her on the tell-all, and that's what she's mad about. And I think Angela Deem needs to be canceled. She's disgusting. She's disgusting. She's thirsty. She has low self-esteem, and she looks horrible. She is a classic story. She need to go on that show Botch. If she gonna do any show, go on Botch. Figure out why your face lopsided. I think I liked her with the weight on. Seriously, because she looks sick right now. She looked like a bobblehead with chiclets in her mouth. All right, so let me know. Congratulations to Michael. He raised the funds to fight his legal defense against Angela, and as he should. But Angela is the type of person, like, if I can't have you, nobody can. She wants to ship Michael back to Africa. Period. And for the past, how many years they been on? 7 years or something like that? You've been screaming, he a scammer, you know, like, then why'd you marry him? Why'd you marry him if you felt like he was scamming you? You say the same thing. He's scamming, cheating, scamming, cheating, scamming, cheating. Well, you are too. Pot calling the kettle black. So now you got beat at your own game, and you gonna be in your feelings, and that's why you out in the bars drinking and sucking and God knows what else. But check out that psychic medium, the other parts, because she made all type of wild accusations, like that she caught her in the bathroom doing the booger sugar, and the way her behavior is, it has the characteristics of someone that gets high. Yes. So please thumbs up this video, like, comment, and share. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Let's leave it in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are on these toxic situations. And I will be back with all the updates, Knotty Crew. Appreciate you all. Happy Friday. Until next time, I'm out. One.